Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play 80 Days, and there's no time to waste. We have 11 days to make it back to London. I don't think we're going to make it, but we're gonna sure as hell try. Okay, as we left off last time, we were in Panama City. But as I said, no time to waste. Now we have no opportunity to get anywhere towards where we're going, other than either going to Acapulco or back this way. So yeah, we're not going to go backtracking, so we will go forward and hope that we can get to Acapulco tomorrow at 6 PM. Can we not buy? Can we not pay? Can we not? Sunday, arrives Wednesday, that's 3 days. 4 days takes us to 73. We're not going to do it, man. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. That arrives Wednesday, but that goes now. But it makes no difference. That arrives Wednesday, that arrives Wednesday. That's going by cart. That's going by, what the hell is that? Steam shovel. If from Bogota we could get to Caracas, from Caracas we might be able to go direct-ish. You know what? We're going to go to Bogota. Screw it. Screw it! We're going to Bogota! Sweltering heat, dusty roads, physically demanding. We don't care. We don't have time to waste. Toot toot, steam shovel. Day 70, 10 to go. Oh, I don't think we're going to do it. We decided to head, rather calmly, despite the time ticking against us, into the interior of the continent with the Panamanian dynamite blasters. Unfortunately, their escape plan involves stealing one of the steam shovels from the canal dig site and riding it all the way to Tabatinga. A desperate plan, but a desperate plan is required in desperate times. But this was day 70, of course it was, and we were growing desperate ourselves. Can't this thing go any faster? All that time spent eating and playing around with women and eating food. Now the sense of urgency kicks in. It's always the case, isn't it? Let me describe the theft of the steam shovel. It was hardly an elegant affair. For my part, I did not involve myself in such petty crime. And neither did Monsieur Fogg. It would be ungentlemanly to participate, though I felt a faint frisson of hypocrisy. After all, we would still benefit from their criminality. Alas, the dynamite blasters, as their profession perhaps suggested, did not possess the gift of stealth. When they appeared, it seemed as though they had alerted the entirety of Panama City. They roared towards our lodgings, perched upon one of the steam shovels. The boom was swinging free, destroying buildings and creating an unholy racket. The Haitian canal diggers followed in swift pursuit, firing bullets which pinged off the steam shovel's heavy iron body. "Get on!" Chaffiel shouted. Monsieur Fogg clambered up nimbly. I threw the bags aboard and then made my own leap. In my haste, I brained my master with one of the trunks. Accompanied by roars and crashes, we left Panama City. I do not think we can ever return, and nor do we want to. Relations with Mr. Fogg have improved slightly. Anything to do with speed and haste, he likes it. And despite getting aboard a stolen vehicle, we are now apparently presentable. Go figure. The steam shovel is not going quick enough. Fogg, converse. We need to converse as much as possible to see if we can get a route from Caracas towards London. I need to be quick on the mouse. As the day progressed, the dynamite blasters stripped the steam shovel of its winch, bucket, and any other extraneous parts to speed up our journey. Oh, the excitement. Belisario, one of the blasting crew, tried to remove the roof of the cabin, which would expose my master and me to the elements. But again, anything for speed. I helped them. Tear the metal carapace off. We would be more exposed to nature, but it would be worth it for the additional speed, and given the Panama hat in our case, we would be well enough protected from the sun. We made the town of Medellin before dark and spent a night in relative civilization. Toot toot. Oh, the health is going down. Converse, converse, converse. We need to get from Bogota? Bogota to Caracas, please. Bogota to Caracas. Port Moresby. Well, now this is where we don't know where we're going. Where are we going? Tabatinga, Belém, Salvador, Picten Island, perhaps? Do you have much experience with jungle? No. If you survive the Amazon, you will survive anywhere. Right, Picten Island to... that's going the wrong way, isn't it? It's going that's going back to New Zealand. This is not the right way. It's not the right way. Buenos Aires, Santiago to Buenos Aires, to Asunción, to Buenos Aires? Buenos Aires is in Argentina. Where are we going? Picten Island? No, that's not the right way. It's nowhere near the right way. We're going backwards. They're all south of us. We need to get to Caracas from Bogota. Mateo, one of the younger dynamite blasters, had managed to get his hands on some of the gin, which flowed freely in the towns along the Colombian trade routes. He was paralysed by a drink, sprawled out on top of a fallen log. Shafil kicked Mateo's shin irately. "Take him with us, or leave him here. We put it to a vote." The remaining 4 dynamite blasters split evenly, with Shafil voting against. He looked at me. Now, on one hand, you can say many hands make light work, the more the merrier to get things done quicker, but on the other, he's sprawled out, paralysed and drunk. Could be more of a hindrance than a help, and we are in a rush. I voted to leave him. Shafil turned away without a second look, but Veno, the only black member of the crew, gave me a look of pure hatred as we rode away into the mountains, leaving Mateo behind us. Wait not, want not! Let me talk to somebody. Converse. Hello there. Greetings, Shafil. How are you enjoying our little adventure? I'd enjoy it a lot more if I knew how to get further forward from Bogota. Bogota to Port Moresby. A port. That sounds like near the water. I think I would have luck there, but do you regret coming to Panama? I do, yes, because we can't get anywhere from Panama. I was hoping to go to the Caribbean. It's just been nothing but a damn calamity. Of course I regret it. You are smarter than most. That doesn't help me. Stop making me feel worse. Bogota to Tabatinga. To Salvador? Goodbye. Oh, that's going at least towards the coast, but travelling across land... Oh. Belém. Travelling across land will take ages. We made good time to Bogota, and tumbled off the steam shovel with a variety of aches and bruises. Even Monsieur Fogg's phlegmatism seemed brittle. "Perhaps we will find somewhere comfortable to spend the night," he said dispiritedly, his tone heavily implying that I was not capable of procuring such accommodation. I looked around the town with a sinking feeling. In this town of brigands and thieves, it did not seem likely. Although the steam shovel, where's it going to go? No, we've got to find something faster. This is too slow. I led the way between the buildings. Behind us, the dynamite blasters cheered and clattered away into the trees. And we were left in Bogota with no onward plan. Onward plan? From Belém, the only route we have... Oh, sorry, from Bogota, the only route we have is to Belém. I was hoping to go to Caracas, and then from Caracas onwards. Belém arrives Monday. That's about 5 days? That's 77 days. 3 days to get across the Atlantic? You can't even do that in modern times on a ship. We're screwed. We're stuck in South America. Hotel. We have no choice. We have no bloody choice. We should just get some rest and hope for a miracle. Hope for Concord. Hope for Concord several years too early. The heart of Bogota was Bolivar Square, named for the man who had won Colombia's independence from Spanish rule. A bronze statue in his likeness looked regally towards the Palace of Justice, before Zootalaw, turning to regard me with frank opprobrium, I waved at him weakly, at a loss for how else to respond to this apparition. A Colombian woman tossed a peso at the statue, and it caught the coin with an audible grinding of gears. "It is mechanized," she explained in deliberate Spanish. "Do you not have automata where you are from?" "Not statues," I allowed. "Generally we prefer them to be still. Still as a statue even," I joked weakly. "How dull," she remarked. "Clearly you are a traveller. Are you staying in Bogota long?" "I depart as soon as possible," I replied, looking around with clear distaste. She gave me a considering look before running back to her waiting companions at the edge of the plaza, no doubt full of tales of my uncouth foreignness. I examined the statue more closely. At the base of the pedestal was a winding mechanism which no doubt powered the statue's mainspring. Every now and then a child or giddy tourist would turn the handle or toss a coin into the statue's ready grasp. Simon Bolivar's bronze eyes seemed to follow me as I left the square, and all the way back to our lodgings. I blame my fanciful imaginings on my tiredness. No doubt our long journey was taking its toll. Back to well-heeled, explore. Give me Bogota Caracas. Give me Bogota Caracas. Give me yes, Bogota Caracas is still a chance. New routes discovered. I browsed around, my ears open, learning for options as to how we might proceed, and I managed to catch a glimpse of a woman explaining how to get to Caracas, rather conveniently. We depart, now. To Caracas, please. Now. Arrives today. Embark via some kind of bird. Anhinga? Cases. Whatever. Just take me there. We're going aboard a flying vessel. It's quick. We still got a chance. We boarded the regular shuttle service to Caracas from the city centre. Our transport was an Anhinga, a tram-sized mechanical bird with jet-black metal feathers and a curved wooden beak, painted a lurid yellow. A double row of 12 seats were riveted to its back, and our luggage was suspended below its vast boilers. I leaned forward as we took off, eager not to miss a moment of our flight. The Anhinga's engines rumbled to life. It leapt into the air smoothly and began to beat its powerful wings. The buildings of Bogota gave way to lush greenery. The dense forest of the Amazon rolled away to the south, an ocean of shadowed green rippling into the distance. We pulled northeast, but it was almost evening before the Atlantic Ocean and our destination came into view. Converse. Caracas to London, please. By some minor miracle, perhaps. Caracas to Belém, Tibet, Freetown, Rio de Janeiro, Freetown, oh, this is not work. Where is Tabatinga? Caracas to Port-au-Prince, where we know what goes into the Caribbean. Maybe if we can click on that and we go from a tot of rum, perhaps. I don't know what I'm reading here. Port-au-Prince to London. Port Royal, Havana, Dakar, Auckland, Machu Picchu. Is Machu Picchu that little island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean? Do you muse much about death? Sometimes, particularly when I'm almost drowning in a submersible vehicle. Port-au-Prince to somewhere, Port Royal, Havana. Havana's in Cuba. Maybe Cuba goes to the UK? Perhaps? Possibly? How about Havana to the UK? Come on. Play some more cards and get some more information. Tabatinga, Caracas, Port-au-Prince, Havana, Port-au-Prince, Havana to Miami, no, to Port Royal, to Houston, to Acapulco, to Dakar. Port Royal. That's in the Caribbean. Port Royal to Sunshine, Pitcairn Island, we know Pitcairn Island. Dakar, is that Africa? The Dakar Rally? Can't be. Dakar. We are just completely lost. Hopefully somewhere in that kind of jumble mess we got something useful. Not particularly. Oh, jeez Louise. We landed softly in Caracas as the sun set. A hydraulic hiss and spit of gears as the Anhinga's engines began to cool. I leapt acrobatically from the bird. Full of cheer and vim, I turned to Monsieur Fogg in delight. Can we do that again? Yeah, preferably across the Atlantic Ocean, please. Oh, right, plan. His health is decreasing. He's going to die, or I don't know what's going to happen. What is this little island? Ponta Delgado. Where's Dakar? Dakar is there! No. If we could get from Port-au-Prince to there, we might be talking. I think that could be a risk, but it's the closest Caribbean island we've got. Departs in 2 days. No, it doesn't. It departs tomorrow. We're going to spend 1,000 coin, but we have the money. It departs tomorrow at 10. So all we need to do, and it's going again aboard the Anhinga, another quick flight. We just have to rest up and pray that when we arrive in Port-au-Prince that we maybe catch a bit of local gossip that tells us how to progress further. I wanted to go to the Caribbean. We're getting to the Caribbean. A little bit late, but we're in the Caribbean. Should I be complaining? Okay. Rest and recuperation. Come on, Mr. Fogg. You look a bit peaky. We'll pass the night here. We took rooms in the old Spanish colonial district of El Hatillo, a township of villas and abundant trees bounded by the Gué River and a series of mountain peaks to the north. Hiking up the peaks sounds too strenuous, so I went down to the river and dangled my feet in the clear water for a few hours in the afternoon. A simple pleasure, my ears filled with the sound of rushing water, my hands sunk into the soft earth of the riverbank, and I wondered if we would ever make it back to London in one piece, let alone in 80 days. As I trudged back to the hotel, a pair of Haitian ladies wearing bright linen head wraps giggled at my wet trouser bottoms, and I, well, we're here for the evening, there's no rush now, greeted them with an extravagantly courtly bow. Entirely out of place on the semi-rural road. Please do not let us stop you, monsieur, the darker-skinned of the two cast a calling glance at her companion, which was so arresting I nearly failed to note that she spoke in Haitian Creole rather than Spanish. My sister did not mean to laugh. You may laugh to your heart's content, I said generously. I am lucky even to be the object of your amusement. The laughing sister tapped me on the shoulder with her fan, her dark brown eyes soft and bright. Oh, monsieur, she teased. It is I who should count myself lucky to encounter such a gentleman in Caracas. I gave her a smile, which would have charmed birds from the trees, even automaton birds. She almost took a step back in surprise, but stopped herself and gave me an impressed look. Our scene of flirtation had been entirely insincere, but our respect for each other as players of the game was not. Enough of that, Minette, her sister snapped. The poor man merely said, Bonjour, I am Gazelle Ismeri, monsieur. Are you as charming as your sister? I asked. My charm has an edge, she replied, her hand resting on a gilded dagger at her hip. I am my sister's chaperone. Yes, Demoiselle Minette sighed flirtatiously. I am to be married to a local man, a thorough brute. Pff! Demoiselle Ismeri shot her eyes heavenward. You have him wrapped about your finger. Are you in need of rescue, demoiselle? I asked teasingly. It is a mercenary marriage, monsieur, Demoiselle Minette explained with a shrug. My groom requires my papa Haitian wealth, and my family wishes his fertile lands. And what of love? Oh, I do not think I will have much trouble conquering hearts, monsieur, she replied with a laugh. After all, there are many Haitians in Caracas. They will keep me company, I'm sure. A scandalous statement, I'm hoping he says in sarcasm. Or maybe not. Were genteel Victorian ladies in London so bold? I had not seen so much evidence of such independent thinking, but then I had never really asked. Perhaps such thoughts lurked in their minds, pulled in by corsets and circumscribed by bonnet strings. I took my leave of the Ismeri sisters, feeling a little sorry for the salons and the society of Caracas, which would not stand a chance against such formidable ladies. Right, exploration. Give me a route that I can use. Okay, Freetown's in Africa, apparently. My second encounter in Caracas was much less intimidating. Two men with long moustaches and cape coats were sitting on the steps of a dome building, drinking wine and looking quite worse for wear. I waved cheerfully, and they invited me to join them. "Come sit," one called. "Enjoy the view." I looked about, but saw nothing in particular. "This fine building," the second man declared, "is our building." He put out his hand. "Juan Hurtado Manrique at your service, and this, Roberto. Passepartout. Well met, Monsieur Passepartout. Come, sit." Okay, they may have some information. We'll go with it. I joined them on the steps and listened to their talk of pointing and joints and domes and weights. It seemed they were at something of a loose end after such a long project. "So what will you do now?" Hoping for them to maybe give some information as to where perhaps they might... London, maybe? On board a vehicle? No way. One shrugged. "I will design something bigger, I suppose." Roberto nodded. "With deeper foundations." As I left them, I considered how the drawbacks of grand projects is the emptiness they leave behind once fulfilled, be it a building, a colony in India, or a race around the world. Market, we got enough cotton, we got enough cash. We just need to get cracking. We just need to go. Right, £1,600. Freetown arrives Monday. That's not too bad. It's 3 days. And then from Freetown, there's no way to get from Freetown up to London in 3 days. I'm going to go to Port-au-Prince and just pray to God. Tomorrow at 10. Oh, that's wasting a day. Do we go tomorrow at 10 to Port-au-Prince, or do we go now to Freetown? But it arrives on Monday. We're chancing that there's a route from there across to England. There's got to be. All the explorers went from the Caribbean from England. There's got to be. I'm going to chance it. There's got to be a way to get from the Caribbean to London. I'm chancing it. I'm not going to bloody Africa. No chance, man. Right, hotel. We shall pass the night here. Our room was decent enough, but I was sure I would not sleep. Day 75. And I better patch him up if we've got a long journey ahead of us. Relations improve slightly. Right, let's tally-ho, toodle-pip, and let's crack on. Port-au-Prince in Haiti, I believe that is. Go. On the Anhinga. We boarded another Anhinga for Port-au-Prince and I made sure to strap myself firmly into the leather seats before we took off. Converse. Right, come on, we've got to nail this. We've got to nail this. Right, come on. Port-au-Prince. Where are we going? Dakar is... Oh, I'm moving the... Oh, that doesn't interfere with the recording. I do apologise. I was trying to move the map, but I ended up moving the bloody... the game. Port Royal is in Jamaica. I wanted to go to Jamaica. There is a Royal... Port Royal from Jamaica. Jamaica to England. Gotta be. Gotta be. Port Royal. A famous pirate port, but no longer. But answer me, do you like to dance? Not with men, I don't. 2 left feet. Too proud, are you? Well, you're lost. Right. Port Royal. We're going in the same... It's all going to the same places. Pitcairn Island. That wasn't the island up there, was it? It wasn't that island up there. Asuncion. Acapulco. Asuncion. Dakar. There's some cards. Right, okay. So Port Royal, Port-au-Prince, Pitcairn Island. What is is this the same thing? It is the same bloody thing, isn't it? Right, this is not helping. Oh, we've gone completely off track. Goodbye, you've been no help, though. You no use, no ornament. Santiago. Oh, lovely, lovely. Santiago up to Asunción. Just where we've always wanted to go. Freetown to Dakar. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Monsieur Fogg peered over the side of the Caribbean Sea. Far below. Can you understand Haitian Creole? He asked. I nearly fell out of my seat in surprise. My master asking a question about our destination. It was quite unprecedented. Why do you, wish to know, monsieur? I asked as politely as possible. Answer the question, Passepartout. I have quite an ear for languages, monsieur. He said. Then perhaps I will also be able to, as I have some facility with French. Of course you will be able to, monsieur, I lied comfortingly. Monsieur Fogg possessed the facility of all well-educated, disinterested English gentlemen with French, which is to say, not very much at all. I was only glad he did not attempt to maul my native tongue with any great frequency. I have noticed that some linguistic facility is of use when negotiating prices and exploring one's options, he remarked coolly. Yes, it is rather, I replied quickly, rather shocked by the revelation that my master had only just noticed that languages were quite useful upon the around-the-world journey. Monsieur Fogg said nothing else of the matter for the rest of our passage to Port-au-Prince, but it did rather set me to wondering what other obvious notions had yet to occur to my otherwise formidable employer. Right, day 75, 5 p.m, and we are going to call it there. 5 days to go to the 80. 5 days to go. And we are in the middle of, I think it's Haiti. Yeah, I think it's Haiti. In the middle of Haiti, with a route onwards to Jamaica, but no routes onwards to the UK. Maybe we should have flown across to Freetown or after all, but, well, it is too late now. We could have gone from Freetown to Dakar, perhaps from Dakar to Lisbon, and then from Lisbon to London. That could have been it. Is it too late to backtrack? Possibly. I don't think you can backtrack, actually, so yeah, it's onwards only. We're screwed, basically. Oh well. We'll enjoy the rest and see what happens when we fail. Till next time. How are Passepartout and Monsieur Fogg going to deal with failure? We were so close. A wrong turn here and a little wrong turn here, a slight misstep there is the difference between success and failure. And I have a feeling that if we had gone across to Africa, we'd have probably had a better fighting chance. Might not have done it, but we'd have come a little bit closer than venturing off to the deepest, darkest Caribbean. Anyway, join me next time. See you soon.